Hello again, YouTubers. This is Mitch Penfold with a review on the Str8Vape KGO 1000 mAh USB pass-through device. I purchased this as the battery. It is $22.95 on their website right now, and this is my device of preference. And the reason that is this battery will last me throughout the workday and longer. It's a workhorse. It's durable, and then I get home and I just unscrew this little gold colored bottom plate here, and it's got a little mini USB port. That's for the pass-through feature. You can charge this using a standard KGO USB charger on the threads up here, but while you have it plugged into here, whether or not it's charging, you can still vape, and that red light will glow until this device is charged and let you know that it's fully charged when the red light turns off. This device also has a locking feature. You press the button several times in quick succession, and then it'll flash 3 times to let you know that it's off. And you can push the button, it's not going to turn on. So you can put it in your pocket and not have to worry about it shorting out on change or anything ridiculous like that. It's also great for traveling. I had this in a suitcase. I got to my destination and it was fully charged, and I didn't have to worry about anything happening in there. Just to give you a little size comparison, this is it up against one of your store-bought little e-cigarette things that you get in the little plastic in cardboard containers there. They're usually anywhere between 20 and 25 bucks. I've seen some of them cheaper, but the cheaper ones, sometimes you can't refill the cartomizers or whatever. And here it is up against a standard blue. So this device isn't necessarily for everyone. It is a little big, but it's definitely worth it. You get a lot of battery life out of it, and the pass-through feature means that you don't really have to juggle devices. I have here the 1100 mAh non-pass-through. That bottom piece is pressed on. It's not meant to be removed. You void your warranty, all that kind of stuff when you take it apart. But as you can see, the pass-through is even quite a bit bigger than the 1100 non-pass-through. But this has a much better circuit protection for the battery. It's at the bottom where the USB plugs in. It's able to handle more load, and it has a more accurate short detection that'll protect the battery, keep it from blowing up, keep it from over discharging and overcharging. It has 510 threads. That means that it's pretty much universally adaptable to any type of atomizer, cartomizer, clearomizer, tankomizer, whatever you want to put on there. And there are even adapters that go 510 to 808D or whatever that other common thread type is. And there's even 510T adapters for this. One thing that does not work with this is the original blue cartomizers. I used to have an original blue atomizer, but it burnt out before I got this device, so I never got to try that out, but I don't think they sell the original atomizers anymore anyways. Now, the button on this is hard plastic and it's concave, so you can definitely feel it. It's very durable. I work as a mechanic, CK Customs, and I've dropped this. And it's concrete floors, and there's tools, sharp objects, all that, and this rubberized black finish hasn't even been marked at all. I was very, very, very pleased with this just after 2-3 weeks of use, just because it's for 23 bucks. The build quality you get on this is great, and I wouldn't expect to get the performance I get out of it with the build quality being that good. And Str8Vape has excellent customer service. I can't stress that enough. Even though some of their devices, like that 1100 I showed you, is a little quirky, and I'll go into that when I review the 1100. And the Hangsen liquids, it's kind of hit or miss on those. I'll get into that when I review the Hangsen liquids themselves. But this device, is definitely, from what I've purchased, the best bang for your buck. USB pass-through, unlimited use at the correct 3.7 voltage. As long as it's plugged up, it never drops, it never fluctuates. The battery, it lasts a long time. I haven't actually been able to, give a reasonable estimate because I never really ran out of battery on this yet. But head over to Northwest Vapors if you're looking to step it up a notch and get yourself something that, albeit a little bit big, but the options for this are phenomenal. And I'm going to show you one of those. I've got a cone here from the first device I purchased from Northwest Vapors was a KGO 1100 non-pass-through. I got it as a kit so I could get the e-liquid with it and the clearomizer. I purchased this separate because I got a couple extra e-liquids to bring my purchase price up to $50, and this put me over $50 by like 50 cents or something. This is $2.50, and this just screws on the outer threads on the KGO, and the cones are sold in all the colors that the KGO and the KGO Passthrough are sold in, and the purpose of this is to just make it look more slick when you're using it with the cartomizer. They really have thought this through quite a bit. They're trying to appeal to all the different types of customers that they might get. The hardcore vapors that like to use tanks, drip vapors. This cone will actually work with the drip tips on the atomizers and all that kind of stuff. And it helps to, protect your fingers and your mouth from the heat of the actual cartomizer or atomizer as it heats up. Also helps to keep any atomizers or cartomizers from torquing the actual stem in there, which could damage and short out your battery. Say you have it in your pocket or something and you kneel down or bend over or get hit by a car or something, and this will actually absorb probably 90% of the impact up to a certain point, in which case your battery would not be salvageable anyways, but it transfers all of that force down onto the thicker part down here. It's a little bit more stable. There's less of a I can't think of the word right now, but it's less likely that it's going to bend and damage anything important there. It might cause some cosmetic issues, but for $2.50 I always keep that cone on there whenever I have a cartomizer on there, especially when I'm out and about. But I give this KGO Passthrough 5 stars for sure. The customer service for this particular device, I give 5 stars definitely. I haven't had to replace this, but the 1100 that I got from Northwest Vapors, again, that's the non-pass-through model. My first one went out on me shortly after I received it, and I emailed them, and they emailed me back the next day, and they shipped me out a free one that day, and it arrived in priority mail within 48 hours, and I had a replacement for my 1100 that I have right here, I showed you earlier, and I couldn't be happier with their customer service in that regard. So definitely Northwest Vapors and KGO 1000 milliamp hour pass-through is a sure buy if you're looking to get something like this. I'll be back with another review soon. Vape on, and I'll see you soon, YouTubers.